It's I don't know, about 4 o'clock. You gotta guess. 4:30.
Good job. 4:05.
4:05. Peeked in on the Cincinnati Buffalo game, and the Bengals were up 14-0, and they had the ball. So I want the Bengals to win. Dinner reservations at Ohana is not till 9:05-ish or 9:15. It's pretty late. So I'm gonna go for. Oh, we're right. I'm gonna get to go in the golf cart. Nobody cares. Fort Wilderness, when I was a kid, used to have a train that ran around the whole property. It's long gone, but other people have gone look for it. I'm gonna go look for remnants of the old tracks. Tracks themselves aren't there, but what do you call the little boards that go across?
Railroad ties.
The railroad ties. See, we find some of those. And reminisce when the train was here. Did you ever come here when the train was here?
Not that I remember. I don't think I've been here since, or until I was much older.
Oh yeah, I don't think you were born when I came here the first time. All right, we will continue. All right, the sun is setting. One of the places I wanted to find when we were going to stay at the Fort Wilderness. We are currently in which loop? Cinnamon Fern Way. I forgot the numbers. It's in the 700s. If you go to Cinnamon Fern Way, this one is not cabins. These are actual RVs that park here. It's also pet friendly. If you come to where the pet walk area is, one of the things I always wanted to find when I was a kid, there used to be a train that ran along this property. Now, I didn't know, but I just saw a video, and he said it was from 1974 to 1979. And even though it was shut down in 79, all those years later, the tracks have been overgrown. Oh, there it is. I knew it was next to the water. Some of the tracks, you can still see where the track ran. Now, I'm also going to, snakes don't bother me as much as the alligators. So while I'm looking at this camera, I might pause the video and try to find. Now this little walkway we went over, would the track have gone through here?
I think so.
Because we just went over the water.
There's another little thing that's over there in the bushes, but...
Let's see. I will start the video again when I find something interesting. Okay, so we're still walking, and it has to be that the track ran through here. There's nothing here showing that the train was here, but the fact that there's such a clearance between these trees, I had to run along here and keep walking till we find a portion of the track. How do you feel about tomorrow getting on one of those canoes and going around and seeing parts of the track?
I don't want to get anywhere close to that water.
No? This nasty water?
Yes, that nasty water.
I would do it. It's your sense of adventure.
Okay, get a kayak. I'll wait for you.
I'm going to keep walking. Update in a little bit. All right. Clearly the train had to run through here. Look at the clearance. But we've been walking. We've been walking for a while and still don't see anything on the ground. That shows the train ran through here. Okay. Moving on. All right. So we came from that side, come up to the water, and there's nothing that looks like a bridge was here, but it does look like it could have went around the bend. She was coming around the bend. Oh, there's a tree there. I don't know. Cause that, how tall is that tree? Is that new? Maybe the train came from this side.
I think so.
Or did it go over yonder? There's a big opening.
That way. Let me look at my map.
It could have went over there because there's a big opening on that side.
No, map says it goes this way.
It curves around?
Yep.
All right. And we continue on. All right. We got to be half a mile into this walk. Still nothing on the ground that shows there were railroad tracks here of any kind. But I'm pretty sure we're walking the path of the train. And we almost made it all the way back to our cabin. We're gonna need a bus ride to get back to our cart.
We could do that.
No signs of gators or snakes yet though.
Just squirrels.
Squirrels so far. We saw deer the first day or the second day. Looks like they cleared all the path, because this is somewhat of a hiking trail now, and a puppy park walking trail. Well, we will find something. I know it. Tomorrow's our last day. I will find something that shows that there was a train that ran around these grounds. I knew it was here when I was a kid, but I didn't know the years until I searched a little while ago. 74 to 79. And from what we saw someone that worked here saying, what was it that kept breaking down? They kept having to do repairs to it. So they
thought it was derailing and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Derailing is not good. Okay, my chunky self is getting out of breath. But moving forward, will we find anything that shows there was train tracks here of some kind?
Not here.
Okay, she seems pretty confident we're not gonna find
We
anything.
need a different location.
More locations. We just keep walking. We'll go back and we do the whole loop when we get back to where we started. All right, update again later. All right, update. Aladdin and Jasmine had to come pick us up because we still haven't found any tracks. We had to walk like a mile. Well, we will definitely continue. The sun is starting to set. If not today, tomorrow on our last day, we will find these tracks. Thank you to Aladdin and Jasmine for coming to pick us up and take us back to our golf cart that's like a mile away from here. All right, continuing. So what happened on finding the train tracks?
The map that said we were supposed to see tracks was incorrect.
All right, so we did.
Maybe out of date is a better way to say it.
If the track went completely around the park,
Yep.
we may have done one of these. And that's it. We still have all of this to go. The sun is starting to set. So we are gonna continue on the golf cart for a little bit.
Yeah,
And
let's
tomorrow,
go find the bridge.
We're gonna go find the bridge. We're gonna find tracks, I know it. There was a train here. Alright, continue in a little bit. Alright, so thank you to Jasmine and Aladdin for dropping us off back where the golf cart was, half a mile away. But as we got to the trading post, what's the name of this area over here?
Yes.
There is no way this wasn't. Michael found this. This had to be the train station for the train back in the day. Because look, it runs right along the front of the trading post and where the food and everything is. This had to be the track. Well, yeah, it had to run right past here. And back here is the old river country. How many years has it been since we stayed here the last time? The old rundown river country was still here. 5 years? And we took a few videos. We didn't do too much exploring on no trespassing, just slight no trespassing. And the old beat up slides were overgrown and busted up. We have videos of that. So they cleared all the river country out to build one of those Disney Vacation Club places. And nothing's happening. We haven't started building, but here's where the Hoop-de-Doo review. Little kiddie playground, the marina to rent the boats and take the boats out to the Magic Kingdom. And this has to be an old station for the railroad from back in the day. It's just sitting here abandoned away from everything else. No reason why this would be here, but. And it would run right past the main area here. Okay, we're still gonna continue looking for, yeah, there's.
Well, you can see this wood. It goes all the way down along the woods to the.
Okay, so that's the first
Would have been
sign.
the side of it.
There's one there. A tie,
Yep.
is that what they call it?
Yeah.
A railroad
It
tie?
really is with the little.
But that's not enough. I gotta find something more definitive that the railroad came through here. All right, we'll continue. If not today, before the sun sets, mañana on our last day. All right, moving on. All right, update before we gave up for today. We went and got fountain drinks to take back to the cabin. And as we were going over this bridge, car, game on. Just as we were going over the bridge, we saw this. First real remnant of railroad ties. So it came from that side, crossed over. Get out of the street, Michael. There's cars coming. And it must have gone down this opening down here. Now, is there anything down there? And all the way that way. So all this has been cleared out. But you can see where it cut across. I mean, I don't mind walking that way. You think we'll find something? Now then don't you see how open it is there? And look at the angle the track was going in here. I think the map you're looking at, the guy didn't know how to draw.
Yes.
It went that way. Look how clear that path is for the train to go.
Yep,
Can't zoom in on this thing. Alright. Moving on. Alright, what's today's date? We're up in the 20s already?
23rd.
Your birthday was yesterday, the 22nd. January 23rd, it's our last day at the Fort Wilderness. Started a trek yesterday trying to find the old train tracks, or what's left of them, from Fort Wilderness from when I was a kid. I didn't know the exact years, but it was 1974 to 1979 that the train track used to, or the train, it was a steam train, an old train. I'm watching videos. They used to run, they didn't have the bus loop, golf cart, that they have now. It was a train that would go around the whole perimeter and stop by these, what do they call each one of these circles? They call it a, oh, what's the name for each one of these sections? But anyway, the train, yeah, the loop. The train would stop at each one of these loops and take you around the property, where you were going to go back to the trading post where the food is, the canoe rides. But we couldn't find, we thought we knew where the tracks were at. We went on a long trail, hiking trail. It wasn't anywhere near there, we were off. Michael found a map. Oh yeah, another fun fact, our golf cart isn't charging. We'll have it charging overnight, and it's dying. Trying to, oh, there's what the train track loop used to look like. 74 to 79, kept breaking down, it kept derailing, and in 1979 the train hit a little girl that was riding a bicycle, and that's when Disney decided, okay, yeah, we're gonna be done with this train. And then most of the train ran right along the street. Come to find out, the sidewalk, the video I just watched, where the sidewalk path is where the train mostly ran, right along the main road. But we want to go off-roading and looking in the wooded areas for old remnants of the track.
So it never even came this far west. There's the main road. It stayed along the main road and east.
Alright, let's see. Alright, so according to the map of where the track used to go, there's a, and I can't think of the word, there is a circle, a section back here, the cinnamon something, what is it called?
Cinnamon Fernway.
Cinnamon Fernway. It definitely ran behind there. Now we went back there yesterday, and boy did we walk almost a full mile. When you think about it, like, oh, a mile's not that big a deal. You walk a mile every day. Yeah, but it was wooded and whatnot and swampy water. But I think we made a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Instead of following the trail, we were supposed to go off-roading a little bit. Now we're going to go back for a second day in a row and see if we find it today. So in this loop, there's this pet walk area. And Michael's not the best at reading maps. We were here yesterday, and she said it's back here somewhere. So since we saw this opening, we figured it had to be on this path. But it's over yonder somewhere. It's over to the, oh, I see it. Yep, like they said, there's the berm right there. Right there, you can see where the train would have come across. Now we're onto something. This definitely looks better.
So if you can see it look to your right.
Yep, it would go, we'll go back that way, but.
Remember we saw that gate? That's where they turned in.
Yep. Oh, finally. Okay. Okay, here we go.
He's like, what is it?
Now we're cooking with Errol.
She doesn't get it.
The railroad ties, there they are. Now, it's been way overgrown. They shut it down in 79, 80-ish. Damn, this goes right behind their property. Like I said, that's why I always bring a white person with me. In case I do anything that looks suspicious. And get off with the warning. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now, how far can we follow it today before it gets dark?
I don't know.
It cuts all through here. Train ran this way. Oh Lord. I don't hear any hissing. Back home we have rattlesnakes. There's another one. Oh, this is it. Wonder if we ask anyone that works here if they have more fun facts for us. Hey, Mooney. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. These are the tracks indeed. Yeah. Oh, so did it cut across the street here? What are you doing, Mooney? Hi, puppy.
There.
The track ran for 3.5 miles. We walked what we thought was a mile of track yesterday. Boy, were we way off. We were going in the wrong direction. So I had to have cut across here somewhere. All right, this is a fun little hike, a little trek. Let's see how much of it we can find. So we just came from that side. You see the track coming right through here. And it would have cut across here. And the trading post and hoop-de-doo restaurant, all that stuff is just over yonder. So right around here would have made that turn. You still see the railroad ties in the ground. Ooh, it's way overgrown here. But there they are. There they are. Oh, it's way overgrown there, but it went right through there. Can drive around, see if we find more of it. All right. At least this area got more opened up. This is like my 11th video trying to find the train tracks that run through this wooded area of Fort Wilderness. Mooney's being a trooper. I'm sure we're gonna have to pick little stickies off of her. Here at least is nice and open, but I believe we're on the wrong side of this little canal. Because look, the berm is right there, but the train ran right across there. I need to be on that side. We're just about the right place, but on the wrong side. How do I get over there? And again, we're having a challenge of trying to beat the sun setting. Let's see if I can get over there. Mooney, how do we get over there, puppy? It's a good Mooney. Hey, little bird, you fishing? Trying to get a snack? I think this is the bridge where the train went over. Berm's up there. Shoot, I can't see without my glasses. You can't see without his glasses. I think it went over right there.
Alright, if you go park over there, maybe we could see it right there.
See where the train went over?
Yeah. So the metal should be right over there.
All right. Does this take us back to our cart, or do we go back the way we came?
We go back the way we came.
All right, we got quite a hike to go. All right. Hey, little birdie, you going fishing? You getting a snack, little birdie? That water looks kind of nasty, birdie. All right, Mooney, going back. And we're rolling. All right, it's January 23rd, 2023. It's our last night at Fort Wilderness Campgrounds. We're gonna stay at one of the cabins. Yesterday, before the sunset, we started exploring this huge property, trying to find anything that's left over from the old railroad that used to run around the property. It was open from 1974 to 79. Back then, instead of having the buses loop around and pick everyone up, taking them to the trading posts and to the restaurants or back towards the exit, it used to be a steam train that went around and picked everyone up. It ran, I didn't know until I looked up a little while ago, but it ran from 74 to 79. The train kept derailing. They said there was an incident in 79 where the train hit a little girl that was riding a bicycle, and Disney finally put a stop to it. They were having too many problems with the train. And throughout the years, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 42-ish years later, we were walking around trying to find what's left of the tracks. I've seen other photos and a few videos of it. They show different areas. But we found earlier the railroad ties went across, tried to follow it. But then we'd get like to these little swampy areas that we couldn't get across. So we get in our little golf cart, drive around, try to continue. It'd be fun to try to do the whole 3.5-mile loop, but I don't think that's going to be possible. I'm going to try to put a little video together of the spots that we found. See if I can turn my camera around. We are currently in an area, but unfortunately the train didn't run through here. It's just a little trail that they have. The horse, when you rent the horses here, I go for the little horse rides. Maybe this is one of the trails that horses go on. Because oh yeah, it is nice and open here. But it's not where the railroad. Oh look, while we were out here exploring, we found a bat house. Not a cat house. That'd be kind of cool on Disney property, but a bat house. I was like, Disney keeps some bats on property. Maybe that's how they control the mosquito population around this here parts. All right, we're moving on. All right. So I left Mooney and Michael back closer to the doggy park. This is the most off the trail I've been, but I know the track ran through here. I just want to see one little piece of the rail. So far, thank goodness, all I've seen are squirrels. And we saw a few deer the first day we went out exploring. But I'm a little nervous of gators and snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? I want to go through here, but how many cobwebs am I going to go through? All right, let's explore a little more before the sun goes down. Please, no gators. Please, no gators. All right, here we go. Track had to have gone along the water. All right. I need another set of eyes. My eyes aren't really good. I'm probably looking right at them and don't see them. This is way overgrown in the last 40 years. It's probably on the video and I don't see it. Okay, something's definitely moving over there. Hopefully it's just squirrels. Damn it. All right. Not giving up yet. Okay, update from where I just was. You see the little, what do you call that, little trestle there where the train ran across right over the water. So that means the track is back here somewhere if it's still there. Shit. I'd have to go way back there. All right, let's see. Okay, my chunky self is out of breath. But this is where the train would have crossed the water. Right there. So if I go back in a straight line, you would think the track would be somewhere in here. I just want to see some of the actual track. Oh man. All right. I'm not giving up. Hang on. All right. Just as the sun is setting, I was on the wrong side. We have a map that we believe we were reading it wrong yesterday, or somebody, we won't say who I thought was reading it wrong, but you figured it out. I was going to go on that side. The map looked like you could see where the track crossed, what's now the main road, and I thought it stayed on that side of the water. I knew it ran right along the water, but Michael was like, no, fool, you're on the wrong side. So I came up. Look, there's still railroad ties here, here. Mooney's wondering what I'm doing. But alas, finally, what I've been searching for. Hopefully there's no gators. Mooney, stay away. This is the time gators get hungry, right as the sun setting. Look, the actual track. The actual track. Where the train ran on. There is still some of it left. Now, this is not a good time to be out here. I don't think there's ever a good time, but definitely not right before the sun sets. Oh, I can't tell if I could see it on. But right here, it's way overgrown. The track comes from this side of the water and went over a little bridge, right about where that bridge is for the cars now. And it came this way. Look. Finally. At last. Why did it have to be snakes? There's no snakes. I hear things rustling around me, but look how far these tracks go. All through there. Walking along the tracks. Don't let there be snakes. Look, there goes the tracks. Shit. Alrighty. Oh yeah, there it is. And it went all the way around the doggy park back to the trading post. Alright. It's not much of it. We found the train tracks. There it is. On our next visit, I'll probably wear jeans, some hiking boots, and try to follow the track as far as possible. Need a machete to get through here. Alright, I'd say this was finally a success on our last day. What the hell is down there? I don't know. Alright, I'm heading back. Alright, I don't know exactly how to end this video, but where we were just at and found the actual train tracks. It was way back there. But you could see where the train crossed the street. Right here. Came along the main road, or maybe across from behind what's now the tennis courts and volleyball court. You definitely see the railroad ties right there. And I thought that when it cut through here, that it stayed on this side of the water. I was wrong. Michael said it's on the other side. She was right. It's way overgrown now. Alright, it's at the end of this video finally, after like 32 clips of trying to find these railroad tracks. Now we're gonna go get some barbecue. Last night here at the Fort Wilderness campground. Oh, somebody's coming by with flags. I don't know what's on their flags. Let's see if I see them. It's right there. Alright. They're not friendly hillbillies.